Our arse has crumbled yet again. Quarter-final syndrome. St Johnstone, Sander Clark equalised. You know what? It was the other guy, but I think Kings just seem a lot better and a bit more fucking relevant. Sander Clark, guy had a great game. You can't take away from him, but from our point of view, I'm just going to call it a Sander Clark goal. Fuck it. And then you're out in penalties. Roof and Tav both missed. Tav with a goal to make it 1-0. I'm furious for a hundred different reasons over this result, not even just due to the result of our circumstances pounding, brother. But I mean, this is awful. I don't know what it is. Like in a season where you could have fucking cemented the agony on Celtic, Obviously, 55, fantastic, stop them 10 in a row. But the two cups, guys, were there to be won, and I don't know what it is with this team in terms of cups, you know. But the arse has collapsed. Like I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. Right? I'm like, you look at Europa League. We have had playoffs against much. I mean, St Johnstone were good today, right, and on Wednesday. But when you realistically think about it, is it more them being good, or is it us just being pure and utter putrid fucking dog shit? Leave that down below, right? But we've dominated Galatasaray at Ibrox. We've beat that UFA team the first season. All these other teams that we've beat, Legia, Warsaw, I mean, Porto. I mean, I know, like, Porto and all, they're not crunch games, so to speak, but I'm talking about, like, the playoff games, Like, I just don't really get why the arse collapsed in these cup games. Like, it was, like, we just weren't good enough. A lot of sloppy shit. The foot is definitely went off the gas here, since we've won the league. I get that. That's only natural. That will happen. But, come on. These two cups were to be. I mean, we just put out Celtic, right? Albeit Celtic are pish and aren't. I know they're second in the league, but they're not the second best team in the country on form. They're fucking awful. You look back at the other cup, they get knocked out there, and our arse has just collapsed in both cups. And same with the Europa League to a degree. Like, I think we should have been beating Slavia Prague. Arsenal would have been a tougher game, obviously, but realistically, we should be walking out of this season with a treble easily, easily, man. Really should be easily. And then Europa League, I think we should have went further in that. But trebles are hard to do. Obviously, over recent years, it doesn't look that hard to do, but it is. I get that. But I think, yeah, there's definitely an element of bottle job in here. But let's break down the game. I mean, where do you start with a shard of shite game? Well, I mean, you've got to start for the first half, and I mean, I feel like kind of just like Wednesday, St Johnstone definitely started the game better. We did have the odd chance initially, but like, let's be real, like St Johnstone never really had any significant chances, especially first half. I mean, in terms of our chances, I remember Hollander was able to flick um his header on, and it fell to Morelos, and he should do better, but it's tough. But just a lot of sloppy passes, that went from, like, I mean, I don't think there was anyone who could realistically hold their hands up and say, well, this, that, and the third. I didn't do that, but also Hadji get tackled. That could have very easily been a red card. In my opinion, it's not. I get it. The studs are high, right? But if one of our players does that and the studs are up and he doesn't make any sort of connection, like, with the studs, it's not a red. I'm not going to be biased. In my opinion, I like footballers when they get stuck in. I think the game's lost a fucking big edge. But yeah, I mean, there was definitely other instances in this game where people could have got second yellows, like in extra time with the whole thing on Goldson. What's his name? I can't remember his fucking name, man. Um, but yeah, that could have been a second yellow. We saw Morelos getting booked. Him and Ryan Kemp were linking up, and then the ball um, falls. Who was it? Was it Jason Kerr? I think it was Kerr. Um, and then like like he basically tangles his legs up to, like, piss off Morelos, and then he grabs Morelos, and Morelos, we know what Morelos is like. He's not gonna let some guy just fucking grab him, you know. So so Morelos just grabs him, and then they both get booked for it, which is
interesting enough. And then you're always sitting on a tightrope with Big Alfredo, once he picks up the yellow. But I mean, see, actually, just the game just went on that fucking long, man. I'm trying to think of you know, actual chances in the first half. Second half, there's quite a few. I mean, whatever chances was there in the first half? I can't even think. Was that dead? And St Johnstone didn't really have that many. Either, you know. Well, talking about in the first, I mean, St Johnstone did have chances, but definitely wasn't in the first half. In terms of second half, man, Morelos started off really sloppy in the second half, but then he definitely upped his game. Couple of headers, man. One off the post. There was one where Kent was absolutely brilliant. Like, people will slabber about Morelos and Kent, right? But I think there's a few other people you got to slabber about first, because these ones actually show these, like, even when they're having a shite game, these two show moments of absolute fucking brilliance. And then, I mean, and it just, like, and it can be the difference maker with Kent. He's sending them left, right, everywhere. Whipped in. The big man, Morelos, heads it. I mean, he should score, but I think it's a great save from Sander Clark. Guy probably won't get as much credit as any other people would. I mean, I don't see why there's no reason why Sander Clark can't really get into the Scotland team. I look at Craig Gordon, who I think's done. I look at Davy Marshall, who I don't think's that good. Some of the stuff he does, I mean, preferably it would be Alan McGregor, who'd be getting stuck in there. But we don't do that around here. And Morelos, basically, once he missed that chance, then we saw Kamar Roof come on. We didn't really have anything particularly great. It was also a great run for Scott Wright. He turned into like prime Messi, man. He near scored for it almost. But St Johnstone defending really well throughout the night.
And yeah, closing thoughts. I don't even know. Um, we're at the cup. It's all about going invincible now. I mean, this is a season where we should have been pummeling the agony on Celtic, and we've just. I'm pissed off.